Hi everyone, my name is John. Thanks the organizer gives this opportunity to let me introduce our company, Matrixport. Matrixport is a full digital asset financial service firm, and we spun off from Bitmain in February this year, and we already developed our product more than half a year in Bitmain before the spin-off. And what we want to do is make crypto easy for everyone. So before I introduce Matrixport in detail, let me introduce ourselves first. I'm co-founder of Bitmain. I was in charge of investment and fundraising in Bitmain. And more than half of our team come from Bitmain. And our core team member came from financial giant like Bank of America, CICC, Hong Kong Exchange, and also tech giant like Alibaba, Baidu, Tencent, and Huawei. And now let's talk about why we do this. When we were in Bitmain, we were always thinking about how to expand our business in this field. Bitmain is the biggest miner manufacturer, and miner are the maintainer of blockchain protocol. And Bitcoin and other proof-of-work crypto can be safely operating for years thanks to the massive hash rate contributed. And also in this process, Bitmain become one of the biggest companies in this field. But when this industry become mature, a lot of users enter this field, but few of them become miners. So we can also see the history of internet industry. The company in the application layer usually grow faster than the infrastructure provider when this industry matured. So we want to become a service provider in this field. We want to provide service directly to wider blockchain users. And we view blockchain as the internet of the money. That's why we built a platform on top of blockchain to provide a full digital asset service, financial service. So what's the difference between Matrixport and others? Before answer this question, I would like, let's look at the current status of this industry. Right now, a lot of more and more users enter this field, and their digital asset take a longer percentage of their total asset. But still, this crypto financial market is fluctuated. And be involved in this industry, users have to engage in multiple financial service providers. And also they are facing very serious security problem. A lot of exchanges are vulnerable to security attacks. And some users will trade in exchange and deposit on their own wallets. And also when users are using a lot of financial service, for example, lending service. Lending service has been quite popular recently. Users can borrow fiat, stablecoin, other crypto by pledge their digital asset as a collateral. But users don't know whether their collateral are under safe custody. And there are also some high-yield investment product and fixed income product. When people invest in this product, they have no idea about where their money are using or deposit. So the case will be worse if someone using all of this. They need to move money between, move crypto between platforms, and also they may suffer larger losses if there's a security event in one of his service provider. But usually for users, they have all these demands, just like they using banking system. They deposit money, lend money, borrow money, do the investment in one same bank. So what we have done, what we have doing is we built a very secure custody system, and on top of it, we provide full digital asset financial service, include trading, lending, investment, and payment. So in our platform, you can use our custody system and our wallet, and you can also buy and sell crypto in a very competitive price. You can also borrow fiat, stablecoin, other crypto by pledging your crypto assets, but don't need to move it. And you can also invest high yield investment product and also fixed income product. You can do all of this, but your digital assets still in a very secure custody system. So this is what we think is the really needs of blockchain users. And this is how we can be everything to everyone, to server, retail, institutions, and corporates. Next, I will introduce our business separately. First is our custody system, Cactus. I write down a lot of features in this page, but simply speaking, we built this system for Bitmain itself. Bitmain already deposited hundreds of millions in this system and manage his digital asset in daily operation. And we are also one of few custodies hold the Hong Kong TCSP license and also Swiss FINMA SRO membership. So I think we are the custody system is a transparent, secure, and also compliant custody system. Next is our trading business. We built our own trading engine, which connect to mainstream exchanges, most mainstream exchanges. And we using our professional execution algo to buy and sell crypto. That's why we can provide a very competitive price and also a high institution liquidity to our customers. Next is our lending platform. Right now, in our lending platform, we already provide crypto collateral loan service. And just like I mentioned, we will soon support borrower to trade his collateral. Why we can do this? Because we use our own custody. We don't have a counterparty. And soon we will also launch our emerging trade. So all this business all develop on top of a very secure custody system. This is what we are doing. And finally, I want to introduce a partner of us, BitDeer. BitDeer is a cloud mining platform and also a very important member of Bitmain ecosystem. And all their assets are under our custody system. And all their miners are come from Bitmain and hosted in Bitmain's mining farm. So all this together make BitDeer becomes, I think, the most reliable cloud mining platform in this market. Okay, that's all. This is my presentation. Thank you all.
Mr. Good, don't run away. We want more. So please come and have a seat right here.
Thank you.
There we go. Thank you. We are going to get into it a little bit more, get into the details. We're going to ask from CoinDesk, Wolfie Zhao to come up here. He's a writer, a journalist with them. Wolfie, come with me. Don't be shy. There you go on your feet. He's already filed 2 stories today, people. The guy is a machine. 2 stories, and now he's on stage.
Thank you.
Wolfie, thank you so much for joining us. Also joining us from Matrixport, we have the Vice President and Head of Trading, who's going to be livening up the discussion. Thank you very much, Danny Yan, for joining us. All right, Wolfie, the floor is yours.
All right. Thanks, Yuesheng, for the excellent presentation to give us a preview of what Matrixport is trying to do and your vision, and also welcome on the stage, Daniel. So right before we jump into the business side of Matrixport, I do want to talk a little bit about the backgrounds of you guys, because you guys both come from Bitmain, and also Daniel Yan, you come from like a traditional financial services. And also Yuesheng, you are one of the key partners alongside with Jihan Wu and Mike Zhang to start off Bitmain. And for those who are not familiar, Bitmain is like one of the fastest growing crypto startups, they are the biggest cryptocurrency mining equipment makers in the world. So Yuesheng, you have been with Bitmain for long, and you have been in this industry for quite a few years. So my biggest question is what prompted you to launch a separate business? And fairly speaking, you have been pretty much behind the scene while you were at Bitmain in charge of all the fundraising investment business. So what prompted you to start this new venture, and why now?
I was in charge of this part inside Bitmain actually. So when we were in Bitmain, we do a lot of development work. And then we spun off from Bitmain. I think it's very natural that I need to stand out and operating this company. Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the Matrixport. So the words about a bunch of Bitmain staffers trying to having been preparing for the launch of Matrix. The news have been out there since like earlier this year, and you guys didn't really formally announce the launch until I think July. And so, what is the status of this? The service is it still in beta test? I think you said like it's still like portionally available to some customers. So, what is the actual status right now, and when do you guys eye for a formal launch?
Because actually what we are doing is a very complex bank system actually. So you need to make this system very, very secure. And you should make this system can also expand to other financial service. So we have to do a lot of hard work in the development. That's why we waited so long.
Right, so is it still beta test?
Yes, right now it's still beta test, but we already provide service to institutions.
Okay. So
to add on a little bit,
yeah.
So basically we're coming from Bitmain, so market has a huge expectation on us, which means we want to get our first version products to be ready. So we're still polishing the product, but very soon you guys will see the official launch.
So the target will be like for both institutional and retail customers, both?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay. So, I mean, do you kind of agree that the markets you're entering into, OTCs, crypto lending, and also trading, this market has been fairly competitive. What do you guys think your advantage is to ensure that each of the business can stand out among this competition?
Should I?
Yeah, first this market is quite big. The cap right now is 200 billions. And for financial market, usually there will not one company to monopolize this market. So that's because this market is big enough, so there will be a lot of financial service provider. For us, I think I just mentioned our advantage. What we build is on top of a very secure custody system, and we build is one single platform can provide full digital asset service. So I think it's more like and we think this is really need of users. They don't want to move their crypto between exchanges, lending platform, and wallet, kind of this. Yeah. And maybe Daniel can add something.
Anything else?
Yeah, so a little bit, I'll elaborate a little bit. So, I mean, it's really different in a crypto industry compared to traditional finance. In a way that in traditional finance, almost everything, all kind of product and services are already there. So when a customer asks you, why Bank of America, why now Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, you probably really, you're struggling to find an answer because all the products are the same. But in crypto, first of all, the pie is big enough so that we welcome all kinds of competition so that we can all move towards the right direction for the industry, and we all will evolve in it. So I don't think competition is a problem. And also, you think about cryptocurrency is a global phenomenon where it's on one way it's global, on the other side, your clientele is local, right? So it's hard to imagine that the US dealer will take over all over China on every single miner's business because Chinese miners, they want Chinese service providers. So we just want to step by step build our product, make sure we can address clients' needs, and in that way, I think everyone can evolve.
I also have a question because in the presentation deck, you guys mentioned there's a hardware wallet and software wallet for the custody solution. So can you expand a little bit? Are you guys building actual, how do you deal with your cold storage custody?
Yeah, we built 3 data center across 3 continents. And we...
Across 3 continents?
Yeah, in Swiss, Singapore, and US. And it's a very secure building. And if we want to move the money in cold storage, we have to enter this building and complete the signing process. And we will also have a lot of operating rules. So our system is highly secure, maybe not that flexibility, but highly secure because we built this system for ourselves. Yeah.
And also, it's not only a safe place, but also a very easy to use enterprise management tool in a way that imagine a crypto company, they use this tool, they can apply role-based controls, they can do tailor-made process design so that they can fit their business right into this program, and they can waste 1 hour less in managing the administrative work on sending coins, receiving coins, and et cetera, et cetera. So our custody product basically is safe and also very usable. Especially it's designed for institutions and enterprises to use. Okay.
And also for the lending business, I guess you guys are in a very interesting position because with Bitmain's, the background with Bitmain relationship. So for the lending part, what would be the targeted customers? Which type of people in the crypto world will be the largest customers for that part of business?
Yeah, I think for everyone, they have this demand of liquidity. So for example, you have a digital asset, and you want to buy a car. You don't want to sell your crypto. You can borrow some money from lending platform. And also, we require a strong demand from miners. Because mining business is high yield investment.
Right.
So they want to borrow money to buy miners. And maybe
they
some
also want to
speculator.
pledge as a collateral to borrow money to pay for the bills.
Yes. And also there's a lot of speculators. They want to do the merging trade. So they borrow money and maybe short some crypto or long some crypto, yeah.
And also, so for the mining part, I guess when the Bitcoin price was like $3,000 or $4,000, I definitely see a strong demand for people to not sell the mined results, but just pledge it as a collateral and then borrow money to pay for their bills because they have seen, Bitcoin was once traded at $20,000. But when now the price of Bitcoin has gone back to 10,000. Do you still see that kind of demand?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good question people ask all the time. People have the impression that only when you don't want to sell the coins, when the coins are too cheap, you wanna pledge it and borrow dollar, which is not the case because when the coin price is higher, people are more bullish, they're more aggressive in expanding their business. But they're also happy to pledge their coins and then borrow more dollar to expand on their mining business. For instance, we have quite a few mining clients. Given the fact that the halving happens next year, we see they do not want to sell any coin at all. So they just want to keep accumulating the coins. So how do they pay the bill? They're going to collateralize their coins and pay the bill to do that. And they're so sure that they're going to make the money back in 6 months.
So so would there be another upside when the Bitcoin price is up? Is that when you pledge it, you can get more. You can actually borrow more compared to
Before, right?
Right.
For sure, yeah, because coin price is higher, right?
Okay. And So besides the customers, like miners, what other kind of customers you would anticipate that would have this demand for either OTC or lending or trading?
Yeah, I think for different businesses, the customer is also different actually.
Right.
Maybe Daniel can introduce the customer of our trading business.
Yeah, so I would say we have a pretty healthy mix of clienteles, from the smaller miners as retail clients. The bigger miners, we take them as enterprise clients, or there are crypto savvy companies who are getting into cryptocurrency. For instance, we have a client who is a major player in the FX exchange world, but they want to use cryptocurrency to facilitate their business. And there are hedge funds who want to access liquidity from us. And also, we provide a structured solution to clients who want to apply specific hedging to their business. This is obviously more mining related. For instance, they want to hedge specific scenarios at a certain time where their business is going to get damaged, and they're happy to spend some money to get that structured solution. So it really depends. But we're very client focused, and how we develop our product and what are the top priority for us to work on, because as you can imagine, we always have so much tasks working on at the same time. It really depends on feedback from our clients, so that we can service client better, so we can get more flows.
Okay, and for the lending part, so do you also function more like a crypto bank? You're taking deposits, and then you'll kind of lend it out to other customers. Is that how it works? Or you lend it?
I will refrain from using terms that can backfire. We source liquidity and we sell liquidity. So when we do lending, we borrow money from certain counterparties and we lend out to certain counterparties, and we make a profit from it and service our clients.
From the spread of the interest rate.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is actually the interest rate you are offering to the institutional borrowers? The interest rate you're offering to the institutional customers? About what kind of percentage?
Can we disclose it all?
I think the biggest advantage of a lending platform is we use our own custody, and
Right.
this is very transparent. And for the fund source, they would give money to some platforms that are very secure. And for borrowers, they also don't want to lose their crypto collateral. So what we build is we build a platform, and we will pitch our platform with some fund source, and we will also promote our platform to our customers. So I think you can't always say your interest is the lowest. I don't know if we are lowest, but I'm pretty sure we are the securest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it goes back to we talk about we're making a one-stop platform for clients to do their business on. We may not have the cheapest funding, we may not have the best trading price, but combining everything together, we think we're competitive enough, and making clients comfortable enough. They're happy to keep their coins here, they're happy to transact, they're happy to do structured products with us. Because they're happy with our brand, with our name, with our solutions.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, because like Bitmain has traditionally been mining and making the miners and also operating the pools. So like with you guys, pretty much you can looping all the footprint on basically every step of the ecosystem. When you mine it, you want to sell it, you can go to OTC. If you want to borrow, you can go to lending. I guess that kind of completes the entire cycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the customers, I want to talk a little bit about the demography. So like you guys, like Bitmain is headquartered in Beijing, and you guys come from having been dealing with like a lot of Chinese miners. So what is your target? Do you want to get more, like how do you envision of your customers' demographic? Do you want to focus on China or?
No, actually, Bitmain's customer, more than half of Bitmain customers are overseas customers, actually. So Bitmain is a very international company. And for us, definitely, we would like to provide service to all of our customers. Maybe we don't get some local license, so we will not enter that market. But right now, we already allowed to provide service in Asia and Europe. So in the initial period, our target is already global customers. Yeah.
Right. So I guess we're running a little bit on time. So I want to get your vision here. Let's say 1 year from now, what is the goal you want to achieve? What is your measure of success? Any particular kind of volume you want to reach for different type of business to make it, that is a goal for, the next year?
I think 1 year is too short. Let's say 10 years. So after 10 years, I think if we succeed, I think the AUM is very, very important. For example, more than 100 billion crypto assets already deposited in our platform. So I will say we are very, very successful because it means trust. They put money in your platform. So I will really care about the AUM, not just the trading volume or how much you earn per year. Because for a financial service provider, trust is, and the brand is, I think, is the most important. And it's a long business, not just maybe 2 years, 3 years. We want to this company continue provide service maybe for 20 years, 30 years. Yeah.
Daniel, do you have any?
No, I think John is pretty smart in saying 10 years because in 10 years, pretty much BTC will be 10 times, so it's not difficult to achieve 100 billion at all.
So you guys have like 120 employees already.
Yeah.
So where are you based right now? Like in Beijing and also?
Beijing, Hong Kong, Singapore, Zug, and Chengdu, Shenzhen, a lot of offices.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty strong momentum for companies that has just been launched for 6 months, 7 months. So definitely look forward to the more exciting news about Matrixport. All right, thanks for your.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. All right.